In the past few months, there's been an explosion of headband type workout headphones. It's like almost every audio brand out there wants a piece of this lucrative pie. And some we've seen grazing this channel like the Soundpiece Run Free Lite or the Open Run Pro series from Shokz. These are quintessential. And the Creative Outlier Free Pro Plus. And the video for this one is coming soon. Interestingly though, in the same amount of time, I've also seen a break-off segment for earhook style air conduction workout earbuds with large 10mm or even greater transducers. You know, the kind where users can expect bigger sound or bigger bass while still enjoying the open air experience made popular by Shokz, minus the headbands of course that some find cumbersome in the first place. I have today two examples of this new breed. At one end of the price spectrum is the SO1 from well-known audiophile headphone maker Sivga, and on the other side of the pool is the new $180 Shokz OpenFit. So which should you pick? That's what I hope to help you find out today. Let's do this! Beginning with the Sivga SO1. This thing retails for $80 and it comes in two different colorways. There's Bluetooth 5.3 on board with AAC and SBC support, IPX5 water dust resistance as well, just for the earbuds, not the case. And the case has wireless charging as well as USB-C charging. During my time with it, I got around 8.3 hours listening time at 65% volume with AAC protocol running in the background. Each of these earbuds weigh 10 grams, and I think that accounts for the larger battery pack as well as just the bigger design altogether compared to the OpenFits. In the business end of things, a massive 16.2mm driver per side. That's why the module is so large. There's a couple of venting ports lined with metal mesh grills, really nice touch. Charging pins right there. And if I'm not mistaken, there's only like one mic per side that handles phone calls, so we'll find out how they sound later on. There's also a twisting hinge right here, if you can see that. For the earhooks, really nice touch. Button controls, by the way, with single, double, triple taps as well as hold. And the more I look at this, if you squint a little, this kind of looks like a Beats earbud, doesn't it? The case, as you can see, is a little bit on the large side. There's wireless charging USB-C, as I mentioned before. The lid doesn't really lock in place. It's kind of weak sauce. And the magnets, yeah, really weak as well. So thumbs down for that. At least the cavities are easy to clean, even though they're shiny plastics. As I mentioned too, there's a digital display that tells you how much battery is left on the case itself, really nice. And one thing, this little notice, I'm not sure if you can see it or if it will focus, it says warm reminder, if you have the ear hooks adjusted to your preferred position, it's possible that once you reinsert it into the case, the lid might not close like this. So you'll always have to push it back into position. It's kind of a bummer because that means each time you use it, you have to realign it to your preferred position. But at least it tells you, and it tells you it's not our fault, it's just how it's designed. As for the Shokz OpenFit, these retail for $180 in two colorways, has Bluetooth 5.2 on board with AAC and SBC protocols, IP54 water dust resistance, just for the earbuds as well, not the case. In terms of battery life, I got around 6.5 hours at 65% volume with AAC running. The case itself is quite a bit more compact than the Sivga's, and I purposefully didn't clean this so you can see that in this colorway, during my 2 weeks with this, look how much smudges and scratches this has gained. So if you want something that looks nice over a long period of time, get the white one. That might look better in this kind of any kind of light, really. No wireless charging, even though it sits nice and flat on the surface. No wireless charging, just USB-C at the back here. The lid itself locks really nice as well, and it's really well made. And check this out, the magnets, even though they rattle, it holds the earbuds in place, so thumbs up to that. On the inside, it's really easy to clean with a shallow cavity. Even though it's shiny plastics, it's gonna show a lot of smudges and, you know, ear gunk and all that, but at least it's easy to clean. 3 charging pins, and once you take the earbuds out, you'll be like in awe of how small this thing is. It's so compact. It's counterbalanced as well, supposedly. Here's the battery pack and here's the rest of the module. This is not a it's a flexible ear hook, but not bendable or moldable in any ways, guys. And I feel like this is a little bit gummy, this liquid silicone already, so I'm not sure if I'm not cleaning it right or whatever. And I do hope it's not one of those that melt after a few years, that, you know, it feels so gummy and sticky like it's disintegrating or something. For what you pay for, it better not be. Touch controls on the S side of the logo right here. You can see that little finger guide that tells you where to press. Couple of mics per side that handles phone calls. Shiny plastic casing on the inside. Couple of venting ports, triple venting ports on the inside, or the sound port, and a couple of venting ports on the top and the bottom. This thing looks really good, doesn't it? So yeah, kudos to Shokz for that. So here we are doing the Gear Up patented outdoor Bluetooth range test, guys. And we have the OpenFits running. It's drizzling a little bit. You can see a little bit of my shirt. So we'll try to beat the storms coming through. I have U2 singing Lemon on my OnePlus 11, and we're gonna take these buds from the back of my house towards the side, and we'll see how strong the signal handles, how the connection strength is. Where I'm standing is around 25 feet away from the phone, as you can see right there. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining me today. Still holding strong. The signal, haven't heard it. Oh, there we go. It just disappeared, like totally went out. There it is right here, around 33 feet, for what it's worth. It's coming in and out now. Let's see if we can get a full disconnect and see how far we can go. These look really good on my head, don't it? They're really compact, probably the most compact ear hooked air conduction style. Yep, just got a boom. It's around 70 plus feet. So there you go. Let's try running with these, because these, you know, after all, workout buds. Let's do jumping and hopping like an amateur runner or something. Head shakes. There is a slight wobble on one of my ear. I'll talk more about that in a second. But everybody's going to be a little bit different. But overall fit and comfort of these, man, they're spot on for workout buds. Some might, I still like my Open Run Pros, the back bend better than these. Feels a little bit more secure overall, but it's really nice not having a band or a neck band behind you when you like raise your head. If you're wearing collars or a jacket with a hoodie or something, these ones don't get in the way, and that's really the whole point of these kind of buds anyways. All right, we have the SO1s on right now, and where I'm standing is 25 feet away from the phone. And let's see, oh, the rain is coming down now. Let's see when we get, it's a little bit loose. Oh, we just got a left-right fluctuation at 30 feet. So there you go. And actually music has stopped playing altogether. Oh man, I've been trying to get these to, oh, I just got a disconnected tone right here around 42 feet. Yikes. And here's the thing, the Bluetooth module that they use on the Sivgas is probably not a name brand, because I've had weird inconsistent behavior, like disconnect would happen like right here at 30 feet. I've even had it disconnect right in front of my phone. So, you know, for what it's worth. But at least, you know, if you have your phone close by, these are perfectly fine. If you're running with these, like right now, if you have your phone in your pocket, no problem whatsoever. Not sure why today I haven't been able to get the fit right on my right ear here. Let's hold on a sec. Hold on a second, guys. Technical issues while I try to get this. There you go. It's my glasses sometimes. So these sit directly, like all the weight sits directly on the ear itself, a little bit hugging. A little bit of it is stretched around the rest of the ear, but it's really comfortable. It does it differently from the Shokz, because Shokz uses a counterweight, both front and back, for the battery behind the ear. And these are just like sitting on your ear for the most part. Different way of doing it, equally comfortable. But you can definitely feel the bulk of these. If you're a little bit more vigorous, they will shift. So something to bear in mind. I have the SO1s on first, and here comes some traffic to get some sound samples in. How does that sound? I hope it shows up on this recording, but as I tested this earlier, like right there, my voice or my S's turn into a garble when the noise suppression algorithm kicks in. So this is how it works, and it's not super great, but it's not horrible either. How does that sound? Testing, 1, 2. And there's, I think, a little bit of peaking as well. I'm talking at a normal volume, not yelling over the traffic. Oh, and speaking of traffic, one thing I love about this open air experience with earbuds or headphones like the Open Run Pros and such is when you get phone calls, it's just so awesome. It's like having a normal conversation with somebody right next to you. You can hear everything. Your voice is not bouncing back into your skull, you know, that kind of effect. But one thing also, as you're picking these kind of devices too, is make sure you find one where the driver has a nice peak volume, because in this case with the SO1s, I have to have it close to 100% to deal with just ongoing traffic like this. If you live in a busy city with like lots of jackhammers going and all that, these are useless. You can't hear the person on the other side. They can hear you, but you can't hear it. It's not nice. So in this case, I can hear it. It's just barely workable. But if I'm on my bike or something with this on the sidewalk with cars, I can barely hear music or hear the conversation on the other side. So anyways, Let's switch over to what is it? I totally forgot what I'm reviewing. Let's switch over to the Shokz and see how they handle this situation. All right, we have the OpenFits on my ears, and right off the bat, I can tell you that these are like maybe 20% louder than the Sivgas. So if you're using these in a noisier, situation or neighborhood, these are the better deal. Here comes a nice big tanker truck. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Oh yes, perfect sound sample right there. Noise suppression, I would say it's probably maybe a notch and a half higher or better than the SO1s, but the mic quality in terms of EQ right now is quiet. You can hear my voice sounds really good. I'm impressed. I've been impressed with these guys. I don't know how Shokz tuned is, but I would say if we were to do like say what's the best open air headphone earbud mic quality, I think these would be right at the top, if not the top. So that's impressive right there. So bear that in mind. Neither of these have wind noise reduction, by the way. So anything above 8 miles per hour, once it enters the mic ports, it's kind of done for. There is some wind right now coming through this driveway. It's probably like 3 or 4 miles, and you can, let's see if you hear it. You probably hear it in the Action 3, but not so much on this. Yeah, I love the voice quality on these. Noise suppression is not bad at all too, better than the SO1s. So bear it in mind. Let's head into the studio and talk more about both of these a little bit more. If you have a limited budget or just don't want to spend $100 more for the Shokz, $80 really makes a strong case for itself in this case. Aside from not having any kind of app support, therefore any kind of hope for upgradability among other things, the SO1 is pretty decked out for the price, especially when you compare it to the OpenFit. This next positive beats out the OpenFits in my opinion. So the earhook's swivel hinge allows for a greater range of movement, which has the added benefit of fitting more users as well as ensuring the drivers are located where they need to be, i.e. at the opening of your ears. A physical button that doesn't have the right amount of feedback and sensitivity is really pointless. And guess what? The Sivgas have none of those melodies. The well-placed buttons give me this satisfying click and more importantly, does exactly what I ask it to do. Single clicks, double clicks, the commands just activate as expected. No fuss. The OpenFit shows everyone else how to make the most compact and best looking hooked earbuds on sale today. Actually, don't quote me on that. I can't be certain if the OpenFits are actually the most compact, but they are definitely the best looking to me anyway, because this is my show and I'll say what I want, dang it. Now, how the entire package looks is also tied to how this whole thing is built, plus the quality of the materials used here. And maybe this is where the extra $100 you pay goes to. You're not just investing in what your ears hear, but also what your fingers feel and what your eyes see each time you pick it up to use it. Comparing the OpenFit next to its identically priced sibling, the OpenRun Pro, in terms of SQ, you're going to experience a revelation of sorts with the new model. Because at the end of the day, bone conduction kind of sucks ticks for most genres except maybe podcasts and vocals. Because you can throw all sorts of technical acronyms at this thing, but the fact is, the bones in your skull can beat your body's own dedicated sound receivers and converters, these things right here, for clarity and fidelity. Now, before you start thinking that Shokz might have finally perfected the formula and made something with amazing sound quality, let's head over to the negatives and talk some more. So both of these output okay mid and high frequencies that are complemented by plenty of power going through their respective drivers. Maybe the Sivga is a little bit stronger in this regard. Shokz goes for a brighter, wider sound profile, whereas the Sivga sounds a little bit more narrower and mellow. So pick your poison. In either case, both are clear and composed enough for workouts. But it's the bass quality that knocks the audio scores down into the dislikes for both of these. There's this like stark bass drop-off somewhere between 65 and 80 Hz in the SO1 where the low end just abruptly disappears, like it just like falls off a cliff or something. The OpenFit on the other hand gives sub-bass a go, but fails miserably. The drivers like flutter all over the place. Come on, workout earbuds are supposed to pump that bass, right? To keep that heart rate up, to keep you motivated on the treadmill. But these sound like what you hear when, I don't know, Pee Wee Herman gets kicked in the groin or something. Honestly, I don't think it was that long ago. Do you remember when earbuds cases were this big? I mean, look at it. It's the size of a bar of soap. And it's not like this thing has a giant battery pack in it either. So why did the designers build the case around the earbuds when they should have done the opposite? As a matter of looks, the package just looks dated. Something from, I'll say, like 5 to 6 years ago. The more I look at it, I have this strong hunch that this was borrowed from some older generic design to save cost on R&D, and then Sivga just added custom components into it. You know, there is absolutely no way the non-adjustable hooks on the OpenFits are one size fits all. I mean, technically it is. On the spec sheets, it says it is, but in real life, there's enough free play on my left side at least to drive me crazy. Because on my ear, with or without glasses, mind you, the main module seems like reluctant to lock into place, and because the hooks are not moldable, I can't dial in that last bit of fit that I desperately need. The owner's manual does show the OpenFit fitting right into the concha notch, but I think Shokz engineers forgot that everyone's ears are different, even between the left and right sides. So what we need are like Gumby ear hooks. So Shokz, are you listening? For the average Joe or Jane, the OpenFits might be a little bit too pricey, especially taking into account the negatives I just mentioned. Those are huge. If these were like $125, $130, maybe I would have an easier time recommending this. You know, it goes without saying, as consumer demand for workout earbuds grows, newer concepts like these, they call them air conduction, but it's really just regular earbuds suspended over your ears with hooks. Who are they trying to kid? No doubt, there will be teething problems. For one, like trying to offer good SQ with solid punchy bass outside of your ear is like a technical challenge, one that won't be solved in this generation or the next, I don't think. Both the OpenFit and the SO1 are great first gen products, but both kind of botched it with a combination of fit or size issues, and worst of all, poor bass, which remember guys, is quintessentially what makes a workout earbud a workout earbud. So with all that said, I'm giving the Sivga SO1 a gear up score of 7.3 out of 10, whereas the little Shokz OpenFit right here gets 8.1 out of 10. And boom, we're done with this review. Well, thank you so much for checking out this video, and if you've watched this video from beginning to end, or you just caught halfway of it, or if you're new here, please show your support. Mash the button down below, subscribe, thumbs up if you like it, comment nicely down below, join the conversation, say hi and I might say hi back, and remember to do something loving and kind for somebody in this world, because guess what guys, if you haven't seen the news, the world needs it more than ever, and it starts with you. I love you all very much, peace out, and God bless.